The Liberation of Sundrian City by Andrew Lewis. Chapter 24, Resolution. Training was the last place Linus wanted to be, but he dared not miss it. He wanted to be alone to think, but alas, found himself in one-on-one training with the last person he had wanted to see. Deimos had dismissed the other riders, announcing a day off for everyone but Linus. He had decided a private lesson in trials and executions was necessary, and although it was a bother, Linus felt it was a good idea. He knew the protocol of the rest day show back to front, but a refresher seemed necessary to solve the innate feeling that he was going to mess something up. "Did you know, Linus," said Deimos from atop his beast, "that any trained elephant will obey any master?" They stood in the middle of the reserve, 2 men, 2 elephants. "I did, sir." "Think about the implications of this while you give me 3 laps." Linus shrugged and turned his beast to the beginning of the circuit, wondering all the way whether his answer had been somehow wrong and this was a punishment. He set out on the circuit laps absent-mindedly, but soon enough his thoughts wheeled around to that of the princess and of her imminent execution. He grimaced at the thought of the elephant pushing down on her head by his own accord. He wondered if it would be possible to pull off some great escape. Of course, this had been his hope since agreeing to be the rider. He thought about how Evander had done it, and fantasized about picking her up with his trunk and throwing her into the audience and to her freedom. But that would only leave her at the mercy of the public and himself at the mercy of the guards of the palace. It was a bad plan. Still, it entertained him enough until the end of the 3 laps, when he returned to where Mott and Deimos stood. "So, what does that mean in a battle scenario?" "What does what mean, sir?" "Focus, boy, you have a memory like a sieve. If an elephant will obey any master, then what implication can this have on the battlefield?" Linus wasn't sure what answer the commander had wanted, but had a guess regardless. "That the beast will obey whoever rides it." "This is correct. We saw this displayed in your trial when you dismounted and killed Crusini. But what if no man rides it?" He barely heard the words as they came. He was again thinking about the execution. Perhaps he could have the elephant deliver them both to the edge of the pit, and they would both escape over the wall together. "Linus," snarled Deimos. "Well," he hesitated, running the commander's question back through his mind. "If no man rides it, then no man has control." Deimos shook his head and wiped his brow, as if amazed by Linus's answer. "Think before you respond, you fool. It means any man has control. The beast can be turned against us by our enemies. This is what it means." Deimos paused and looked stern at Linus, as if prompting him to spout the conclusion to this point. So, boy, do not find yourself anywhere but atop your beast. Clear? It is a simple rule of battle." "Yes, sir." "Now the sandbags. Give me 50 reps. Clean kills. Go." For the next hour, Deimos went over the protocol for the rest day show in detail for the benefit of Linus, who only half listened, nodding and repeating key words. Linus already knew the protocol, where to stand while the speeches happened, and that he must remain silent and professional, the order of the proceedings and the rules of the trials. But although he feigned interest, he knew he didn't need to relearn these things, for he wasn't planning to attend the rest day show at all. No, all the while that Deimos spoke, Linus was concocting a plan to save the princess in the dead of night. In fact, by the time the training concluded and Linus was dismissed, his heart was set on saving Robin, or at least trying.